Our next speaker is Mike Bartley from Test and Verification Solutions. Mike has been involved in software testing and hardware verification for over 20 years and is the CEO of Test and Verification Solutions, which he founded in 2008. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Sarah. So I'm just going to spend a couple of minutes talking about a paper that we've written about how to select a PSS tool or vendor. It was developed in conjunction with Rebecca, Cadence and Mentor. It's a vendor-neutral paper, talks about the selection criteria and the process for selection, and asks whether you want to be an early adopter or not. There's big advantages to being an early adopter, but there are also some potential dangers, and the paper talks about that. It will be available on the TMVS website straight after DVClub. So we talk about the promises and pitfalls of early adoption. First of all, we just talk about the motivation for PSS. What is it? And we give an example based on DMA allocation for peripheral usage, and the challenges which PSS attempts to solve. PSS is now a standard, so we do talk about the value of adopting a standard. We believe that PSS being standardized will really drive the adoption of PSS, and that we'll now see the industry taking on PSS, and very much like we saw with UVM. The question becomes how early to adopt in that case, and to avoid lock-in. But you do want to start gaining the advantage of PSS as early as you can. So you do need to be aware of future specification enhancements and whether there's any proprietary features in the tool and vendor that you selected during your early adoption process. So, selecting the right tool and the right vendor, we talk about the selection process, how to prepare, understanding the PSS concepts that are important, selecting the right PSS input format for your business. Is that the domain-specific language, or is that C++? What evaluation criteria? We give a number of examples and options for the evaluation criteria, understanding what your needs are, what your requirements are, what level of alignments exist with the standard, and what extensions to consider within the tool. Then you're not just selecting the tool, remember, you're selecting a vendor, because once you've got the tool, you probably want training, you want support, you want previous examples, you may want libraries, etc., etc. So vendor selection is also important, and then a number of tests to run, questions to ask whilst you start to evaluate that tool, your shortlisted tools or technologies in more detail. So the paper's quite extensive. It covers all of this, and hopefully will allow people to start that PSS tool stroke vendor selection with a bit more confidence. Thank you very much for listening.